Ball weep grogna weep ninny bong TF addicts. It's been a pretty long time since the last stream. And in that time, I hope every one of you out there across this floating orb in space has been doing well. I hope you have not been dealing with too much pain or strife compared to myself, unfortunately, but I will save that for for a little later. Um, I've come on here to I've come here to make an announcement. If that's how the meme goes. No, for real though. This is a bit of a difficult stream for me to do because I know how often I've done this song and dance, but this one genuinely holds a lot more weight compared to past instances. For those of you who are tuning in now, who are not up to speed with the whole situation, I will keep it very brief because, to be quite frank, I don't feel like crying today. Um, as most of you are aware, uh, my mother passed away in 2020, March 19th, 2020 specifically. For about 4 years, it was just me and my dad. On October 11th, 2024, our previous home was hit hard by Hurricane Milton. And it led to circumstances to the point where we had to vacate the premises. Within that period, about a week within that period, my father started having health problems to where it was a clear sign that he was not going to make it to the end of the year. December 18th, 2024, my father passed away. And I have not been okay since. I took some time off to contemplate and to try to collect myself and to just allow myself to finally grieve over the loss of my mom. Because, and the reason I'm bringing her up right now is because during that 4 year period, I was a continuous caregiver for my father. I did not have the time to grieve. I had breakdowns and outbursts, but I never had the time to let the whole process work itself through. Well, now with my dad unfortunately gone as well, I've had plenty of time, and I'm still very much grieving. Grief has its claws in me, and they are in deep. It has affected everything that I want to do, everything that I should do, and it's been an incredibly painful experience that I've ever gone through in my entire life. I have been more active over on Instagram, or at least I've been trying to be. I've been joining a lot more streams, and I want to thank JJ Prime, or JJ Prime Harmonics, I think is what he goes by now, for including me in those said streams. He has been a great friend to let me just hang out and chat with him on his streams. I really appreciate him. I want to thank everyone who reached out to me during that very hard time with my father's passing. I want to thank everyone who's been standing beside me and who's been there to comfort me, because I lost the only protection I had in this world. I lost my sword and my shield. I lost my home. And while I'm grateful to have TF Addictress, and I'm grateful to have the friends I've made through my duration on YouTube and Instagram and my presence on social media, the loss of a parent, let alone both, that just losing them together like that is not something that can obviously be replaced, and it's not something that you can immediately or ever heal from. They were my number one supporters. They were my home, and I have a home within Rebecca or TF Addictress. You guys know her. I've name dropped her enough, but it's never gonna replace them. So, but I do sincerely want to thank everyone who's been standing by me and who has been there and who has checked in on me and reached out and tried to make me smile or done a kind gesture or just let me vent. It really means a lot more than you'll ever know. And I'm glad I have good people in my life, even though I lost the two people most important to me that should be here still. So, where to go from here? As I mentioned, a lot's changed. I'm no longer in the home I used to be in, my 13-year-old home. I'm in a new location now. I've had it since literally Thanksgiving. So, special shout out to my buddy David and his family for pulling the strings to make this all possible because I didn't think I'd have a home again. I really thought I don't know what I thought. I honestly don't. And I'm glad stuff worked out. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to gather myself still. I'm currently fighting tears. uh, but yeah, we've been here since Thanksgiving. We have been making it work for the most part. He's been an incredible support. His parents have been a wonderful support. Um, I have been definitely taking therapy a lot more into consideration, like really following through with it, or at least as best as I can. Um, I'm proud of myself for that. But you know, in regards to content creation, in returns to God, I can't talk. In regards to posting, there we go. Right, because I don't want to say I'm creating content anymore. Let's be real here. I'm not able to monetize anything, and I as much as I'd like to, I don't want that to be the reason why I post. And I'm not consistent enough to say, "Oh, I'm a content creator." I'm not. I tried, but I guess I didn't really meet up to it. Anyway, I remember where I was getting at now. There we go. Brain had to catch up for a minute. So, yeah, new location, which means any potential stop motions that I had in mind. Aha, see what I did there? Because Divided Mind, and it really pains me to say this, I do not have the energy, the motivation, the drive, let alone the spark to follow through with any big projects right now. And I don't know how long that's going to be. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. I cannot wait to tell that story. I am beyond proud of the animation, the effort, the energy, and the outcome of those trailers that I put out. That's some of my best work yet. And the writing I've done for this alongside TF Addictress and my buddy False Convoy, and Cyborg Raptor, like all them helping out with that was some of the best stuff I ever made, and I am eager to tell that story. Um, I just I have not yet been able to film the rest of it. And I want to thank my cast as well for really giving it their all and putting in the energy with their performances. Um, they did a wonderful job, and I'm very excited to share more of Divided Mind with you guys along in the in the future. But unfortunately, I don't have it in me. I don't even have it in me to make like a small stop motion short. I was thinking earlier today, it's like, you know what, maybe during my downtime, since I'm waiting till 5 p.m. to finally do this stream, like why don't I try and do a small stop motion test? Why don't I don't know, try to just do something. And unfortunately, it's just not, I can't reignite that spark. It's right now it's between flickering and fading, and I feel like the fade's gonna come soon. So I hate to be the typical type of person I've been since 2015, where I've made announcements like, yeah, this is put on the back burner, this is canceled, this is paused in production for now. You know, I hate doing that, but with everything that's gone on, I think it's more than justified. I think it can be more than accepted that Divided Mind is not coming out this year. It may not even come out next year. I might even just give my outline to someone who could probably make it better. And what I mean by that is like actually maybe at least make the animation and just tell my story. Because I mean, first off, I still am unpacking from November. I'm still trying to put up all my shelves. I have like one, two, three, four, five, 99. Still about over 15 totes worth of Transformers to unpack. I still need to get shelves. It's it's a lot. And it also doesn't help that the living room at this place is about half the size as the old place. So there's not really a lot of room for me to film either. So it's there's all kinds of variables and factors that are going into all this. The other thing about all this too, and this is kind of where the I warned everyone about this on Instagram. I'm just gonna flat out say it here. This is kind of where I'm deciding, should I terminate TFA on YouTube? Because much like I mentioned earlier, I just do not have the energy or the drive or motivation to follow through with something like this. I could pause it, but then there's always that chance of falling behind and, you know, fading into the realm of irrelevancy or obscurity. And it's like, I want to follow through. I just had a conversation with a few friends over on Instagram, one of which being my very good buddy Cyborg Raptor. Um, he encourages me to do it. Obviously, everyone in here has encouraged me to do it. Mr. Alfonso Nation, I talked to you before the stream, like a few hours ago. Um, you know, you encouraged me to keep following this too. A lot of you have been, again, very supportive, very understanding, very encouraging, and I am more than grateful, or I am grateful more than you'll ever know for that, because I have never had this many people in my life be so supportive. Like, as sad as that sounds, it's and I'm talking about like a 15-year period, or however long I've been, 2015 to 2020, so a 10-year period. Like I've had nothing but support from various people, but a lot of you are, you know, you're, in a good sense when I say this, you're repeat offenders. Like you guys are the ones that stick around and keep saying, keep cheering me on, and I sincerely really do appreciate it. So yeah, I hate to really say it. I was strongly considering termination. I really was. Not deleting the channel, but like just stopping. Letting TFA here on YouTube rest. Maybe try to focus on Instagram more, because as a neurodivergent person, I struggle with various things. as I aforementioned earlier, I cannot do consistency to save my life. I don't have routine, which is ironic because ADHD people, for the most part, love routine. I can't stand it. It's too time confining. It's like the whole, wake up at 7 a.m., brush your teeth at 7:05, eat breakfast at 7:20, or, something. I don't know. Like stuff like that. Or even like range time. So it's like, okay, wake up from like 7 to 8 o'clock. Because for me, it takes like an hour to wake up. To have breakfast at like 8:40 and like, try to switch up times and such. And I just can't do it. I don't do schedules. I don't even have a sleep schedule. I've honestly been up since last night. Like I've been forcing myself to stay awake to make sure I follow through with this because I want to just kind of get this stream done because it's bittersweet, but there's a potential chance for some positive outcome as well. So I'm gonna do a pick and choose type thing, or not pick and choose. I'm gonna do a like a pro and con type thing, I guess. Like, positive outcome, negative outcome. So negative outcome, just to like I said, rip off the band-aid. I was considering termination. Positive outcome, and it might be better because I clearly don't have enough energy to devote time to like big things. But for those of you who are veterans of the channel, for those of you who are aware of what I've done since 2015, I used to have a podcast series here on YouTube called TFTC, which is Transformers Thought Corner to you and me. I'm thinking for at least a good while until I can start feeling like myself again, I would focus on doing TFTC, which means more guests are welcome to come on the show. It's a consistent form of content. The times may not always be consistent, but like if I'm like, okay, let's do TFTC on Friday, let's do one on Saturday or Sunday, like as long as it's on the weekend, I think I can. I think I should be able to do that. Because I hate sounding like this, but like those are simple. Those don't require a lot of work. Those don't require a lot of energy. They don't require a lot of quote unquote effort, in my opinion. Like I mean, it's just streaming. Like it's not like I'm dedicating hours on end to filming 1 minute of a stop motion or something. Like when I say no effort, I mean it's just simple. It's easier for me, and for some, the road less traveled is better. But I know obviously it's also kind of 50-50, but it's something that I'm heavily determining on potentially following through with. So I'm sort of leaving it up to you guys. What would you want to see happen? Would you, in a way, I guess, miss seeing videos if they just stopped? Or would you rather me do TFTC and follow through with that to keep incorporating to the the fandom and the community, like adding people, bringing people together, talking about stuff, because that was my whole thing. I wanted to make a safe space for Transformers fans who were attacked in the community, who felt like they could not share their opinion, who felt like outcasts, because I know what that feels like. The best scenario or analogy that I've said is I feel like I'm back in high school and I got my lunch tray in the cafeteria and I'm trying to find a table to sit out, and it's like I can't find anyone, so I sit alone. I know what that feels like. I don't want anyone to feel like that. That's the whole reason why I started becoming. That's why I became TFA, to bring people together to enjoy Transformers. No drama, no mess, just fun. You know. Now there are some videos I could post before I start shifting gears. Like I have made fan dubs and I do have them for YouTube format prepped and ready to go. I don't know. I couldn't decide when a good time to, you know, upload them was. And they're on YouTube as well, so I don't know. Because it's like it feels redundant maybe I'm over analyzing it. That's kind of what I do anyway. It's like I started saying recently, I'm a neurodivergent person built in a neurotypical world, and it's a it's not how it should be, but not much you can really do either. Um, the other thing too with YouTube, even Instagram, but more so YouTube, is that honestly, I cannot compete with. This is gonna sound so like boomer of me. I can't compete with the modern generation. I can't. I see people who started not even 2 years ago and they're already blowing up to like 20,000 subscribers and more. And it's like, damn, dude, I wish that was me. But I've always had that natural, comparing myself to others and wanting to be up there and feel like some form of a success. I don't know. It's just, and it's also mainly the main thing is really the algorithms. I cannot compete with that either. I do not know how to manipulate it. I feel it's definitely hurting more creators than helping them. I mean, it YouTube just doesn't feel fun anymore. It almost feels like the equivalent of being stuck in an office. It's just it, it's not fun. And again, I don't do this shit for the money. I don't do this for the views. The views and the subscribers and everything, those are a bonus. It's cool to see the numbers go. And I would love to work on a video for me and be like, I want to share this because this is something that I want to share, not because it'll get me views or anything. Like, am I still collecting the modern Transformers and everything? The ones that recently just came out? Hell yeah, of course I am. I'm called the TF Addict for a reason. So much so I almost put myself in financial debt. Anyway, I'm trying to make you guys laugh as well. No, but like I still collect. David's even been helping me with the collection. Dude's basically my brother. I love that guy. You know. Um, but it's like I can't compete with the algorithm. I can't compete with the modern generation. I don't know how to manipulate it. I feel annoying asking people to kind of help me with that type of stuff, and then like they give advice and I don't always listen because I don't know. I don't know if I would follow through with it all the way. Like if someone gave me like specific instructions and I don't follow them all the way, I feel like they would get upset, which wouldn't be the first time because again, monkey symbol toy brain in my head go, but it's again, various factors playing into everything, but my main thing is I want to stick around. That's the whole thing. I want to keep sticking around on YouTube for as long as I possibly can. I have nothing to lose now. I've lost everything. I lost my 13-year-old home. I lost my parents. I lost it all. Now I'm finally living for me and I'm just trying to find out how. And my whole dream is to work with or for Transformers. That's my whole thing. And I saw a post on Instagram or Facebook or some crap like that a while ago where it's like, don't tell people your dream. And I'm like, well, that seems, you know, that doesn't seem right. It seems counterproductive. Because it's like everyone wants to share their dream. Everyone wants to follow their dream. That's the whole point of it. You know? It's like Optimus said to Chip in, you know, season 2 of G1, The Core, hold on to your dreams, Chip. The future is built on dreams. Hang on. And I keep trying to tell myself that. I keep trying to be like, Optimus in that moment, or rather being like Chip with Optimus talking to me in that moment. Just be like, hold on to my dreams. That's the only one I got. It's the only thing I want to do in this world. I want to just work with or for Transformers. If I'm like a non-paid freelance voice actor for people, I absolutely want to be a voice actor for people. If I promote someone's business of some capacity, like a 3D printing business, or I promote that, like, hey, this person's making a cool stop motion and I voiced in it. I know how that sounds, but like you're getting what I'm putting down. Something like that. Or I don't know, by some miracle in the future, Hasbro sends me a package of free Transformers stuff and I can make a story on that or something. Or even just simple things, like simpler things rather, like Mark Clonus, he posts on Instagram. He posts the BTDs, as I like to say, the behind the designs, and it's like I share those to make sure that, like, people don't miss out on them. So I just simple things like that. But if I could make it to the point where it's like I could officially work with them in some capacity, even if I don't get paid, I don't care. I just want to have my name tied to the brand I love so much. This franchise has saved my life on so many occasions, and it's still the one constant in my life. I just This is all I want to do, man. Talking about giant shape-shifting robots from outer space that come to Earth to commit war crimes, play hide and seek, and play laser tag. It's like it's what more could I ask for? But now I'm just kind of also asking myself, like, is this making them proud? And that's a question I ask myself every day. Am I making them proud? Would they be proud of me just sitting here on this couch? Would they be proud that I'm just at home and enjoying a comfort show or playing a video game or something? Like, it just makes me wonder. And not that I'm expecting anyone to say this, but just in case, I want it to be clear I am not able to work. I am on Social Security. Social Security prevents me from doing that, as far as I'm aware. I might actually go to my Social Security office and see if I can get the full rundown on all that, because I feel like someone in Dade City screwed with me. But I digress. Um, but yeah, that's why I mentioned, like, if I can't do this for the money, I don't care. Just put my name on the franchise. Like, I want to be associated with Transformers. I've been recognized by them like several times. Just the other week, I posted a comment on the Bumblebee reel they did on Instagram, and immediately they replied with little yellow heart and some words. Forget what they said, but like that meant a lot. I would love to work with more creators too. I still have goals and dreams of working with certain people in the Transformers community. Not even for, like, as someone who I used to spoke to be like, oh, it sounds like you're trying to work with them for clout. Like, no, I just want to work with them. Like, I admire the work that they do, and I would love to help contribute to that. If that makes me a clout chaser in their perspective, fine, and then I'm a clout chaser to them. But to me, I know what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to do is just help make people's creations come to life by whatever means I can. So it's just a matter of what happens next. I wouldn't say put it to a vote, but I would love to hear from you guys. What should I do? Because I'm genuinely lost. I do not want to quit. on YouTube, but YouTube has definitely become more and more challenging. And when it comes to me and challenges, I just kind of curl up in my shell because I can't face them or fight. I don't have the strength to fight anymore. I fought the hardest battle I could, and I'm still fighting it. And it's not going to be a battle I'll ever win. I'm trying, just making it to the next day, but I do not have the strength to fight anymore. I'm just so tired. So that's kind of the long and short of it right now. And while we are taking a brief break from the discussion, I'm going to look at the chat because I've seen you guys pretty much be active and I don't want to neglect anyone. So, hello to my boy Larry. Thank you for being here, brother. I really appreciate you. Thanatos, good to see you. Dreadwing, what's going on, my dude? I already mentioned you earlier, but hello again, Alfonso. Mitro, what's going on? TF Fan 1985 official, or at least official on Instagram. Vibe Spiders, hello. I love your username. I just love the fact that I can say Vibe Spiders. It's like my new favorite word or name right now. Just because again, I like spiders, so it makes me happy. Well, happy with quotations, but yeah. Philip, I'm really sorry that you went through this, Michael. Real name, it's fine. It's not like anyone's gonna. Hi, I'm Michael Davis. I can say that name now without worry, I guess. I want you to know that I've been keeping you in thoughts and constantly praying for you. Thanks, dude. And yeah, I'm glad you're still around. I have trials, but I will pull you through. I know you'll pull through trials. Like I keep saying to everyone, I'm trying, crying, and surviving. Drift, hello, my boyo. This is just basically an appreciation round right now. Spark, just like a fire can be reignited once again. This also be true. Marvelous, hello to you. Where path you go will be there. Thank you, Vibe Spiders. And same to you, Drift. I also want to take a minute and just talk, about Drift for a moment. I've been talking to him a lot more periodically, and this dude has been one of the best like supports I've had in these last few months. And I'm go buy from him. Shameless non self plug. Go buy from him. Go support him. He's a wonderful person. I'm glad to call him my friend. He's making some really dope stuff, which also I have some suggestions for listings and products, but I'll save that for a later date. But like genuinely, he's one of the nicest people I've encountered in the community. I'm so glad to have him as my friend. Sincerely. Like just thank you very much, Drift. You use good peoples. Thank you, Treadwing. I think the average person at this. Sorry, I was reading to myself. Do whatever your heart desires. We respect whichever choice you make. You've endured more than the average person at this age. Protect your peace. YouTube isn't going anywhere. Mental health first. Big facts. Definitely. Mental should always be your top priority. Believe me, I have been definitely taking more into account of my mental health. Like I said earlier, I have been fully taking advantage of my therapy. My therapist is awesome. Um, and this is kind of a big update. Potentially might go back on medication. Granted, I haven't been on meds since 2022. Also, granted, I had to take them or else I wouldn't have been allowed to get discharged from the mental hospital back in that year. But I had to play nice. So the only dumb mistake I did was cutting cold turkey. And I strongly advise anyone who does that, do not. It can actually have some pretty bad effects if you just decide to cut it off. Try to wean yourself. Like, take your meds for a full week and then 6 days the next week and then 5 days the next week, and until you don't have any more. Because if you cut cold turkey, kind of scary. I didn't know about it, so I'm making everyone else aware of it. But yeah, I might be looking into medication again, because something something ain't right. I mean, obviously grief, but like depression, anxiety, my ADHD, autism, all that fun crap. I could give you a list. In fact, I've almost been tempted to make like an introduction video of myself on YouTube and Instagram for all the new people, because again, what harm is there? You know, say my full name. What's gonna happen? Um anyway, going back to the comment appreciation. I know I'm falling behind, I'm sorry. Take care of your physical and mental health. Don't push it because you'll unfortunately get worse. Yeah, burnout's a bitch. I've been through it time and time again. Every time I'm like, oh, I want to quit. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, I can't do it. Like, that's all been my burnout. That has been a major source of the constant announcements of like, oh, I'm taking a break. Oh, I'm quitting. Oh, I suck. Oh, I shouldn't be here. Crap like that. It's a very, it's a very complex struggle, because on one side there's the me that's like, I want to be productive, I want to do shit with my day. The other part of me is like, no, let's not do anything. We have the task ready, but we're just not going to do it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, is called executive dysfunction, and it is a bitch and a half to deal with, and I cannot stand it. I can't tell you how many times I've had like custom projects all prepared, ready to go, and then boom, no. Or just trying to clean a simple mess, and I look around at everything and then I'm like, okay, it's all there ready to be cleaned. Oh, nope, not gonna do it. It's horrible. It's like, and then I feel the the backlash regret of not following through or not doing anything all day. So then I kind of sit down or lay down and feel sorry for myself and like really, really berate myself. It's like, oh, you should have done this. You're a lazy sack of shit who should be in the ground, or type shit like that. Like, it gets intense. Again, something I'm working on with my therapist, but it's a struggle. And again, on top of the absence of my parents, my brain really likes to go even further and be like, your parents will be disappointed in you, you're a horrible son, like, why do they raise you, shit like that. I'm genuinely like, it's like a dark half of me is like just really trying to make the present me feel like absolute dog shit. But anyway, take a break from your page and just do light collaborations with other folks for now until you get better. Yes, that's a good idea. That is something I have considered. The only collaborations I can really do is like voice acting stuff, though, which I will get to another comment that I saw a moment ago. Again, sorry, I'm falling behind. Um, would rather see live streams. Yeah, I really do want to bring back TFTC. I miss those streams. Me, Cyborg, TF Addictress, special guests talking about topics that are either thought provoking, ergo the thoughts and thought corner, or just basic news. But if we do bring them back, or if we do bring it back, rather, there is going to be a massive shift, because I have been trying to treat that as a quote unquote promotional podcast. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to have a fun podcast. So if we have like no filter cussing or obscure or obscene jokes and crap like that, yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. We'll still talk about the topic, but like, don't be surprised that I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome in the stream or whatever, because that's just part of my vocab. That's my vernacular. I like to cuss. So if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But it's just how I roll out. So uh, I did acknowledge this one earlier, but I respect that. Like I said, it's not really a vote. It's just more so like, let me know what you would like to see. It wouldn't be like a matter of like, oh, majority wins. It's just like I want as many opinions, suggestions as possible, which I'm still currently getting, as ergo why I'm falling behind because I just can't. Yeah, I don't know how to manage a live stream to save my life. I'm only one man alone, betrayed by his own brain. You're great at bringing people together, so for you to try and do it here would be great. I I really want to. I genuinely really want to, because it's like we all like Transformers at the end of the day. Whether you're a G1 fan, Bayverse fan, Unicron Trilogy nut, Robots in Disguise 2001, Robots in Disguise 2015, Prime, anything. It's like we don't got to compete on which one's the best. We don't got to say, oh, this one sucks more than the other one, or a wonderful popular opinion, which I respect, but at the same time, it's like anyone who mentions The Last Night is like, oh, the movie's horrible. It's like, yeah, it's horrible, but I like it, so don't disrespect it in my presence. I'm saying that playfully, but at the same time, watch yourself. That's so my guilty pleasure movie. I think you benefit mostly from doing shorts. They take lesser effort, still content. You can shift topics each time. Longer content, maybe just stream TFTC, just ideas. I have thought about shorts. I had this. I actually had a shorts idea a while back where it was like, uh, did you know this character existed in this Transformers universe? And then like talking about how, I guess, spoilers for one of them. I forget which one specifically. I want to say Piranacon was in the Transformers Prime universe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I genuinely can't remember at the moment because my memory has been getting worse lately. But that was something I wanted to do, and then I could just be like, this character. Did you know this character showed up in Transformers Prime in this particular Titans magazine from Australia or whatever? The character Decepticon Seacon Combiner Piranacon made an appearance in this issue. And then go into the lore of Piranacon. It's like he's a G1 Seacon Combiner Target Master man made of fish people. I don't know, just something like that. Or a better one. Did you know that in Transformers Armada, G1 Wheelie is also there? Because he is. you know, Stuff like that. So I've thought about it, and obviously, you know, the whole Transformers That Grew Up With Me series that I did on Instagram. I loved that. That was fun. It didn't take me much time other than getting the figures and then swapping them out and then adding the text and the music and all that fun stuff. But like, I enjoyed that. I thought about bringing that back recently, but it's just, even that is like, I got to muster up the energy because, like I've said multiple times on end, I keep waking up at like 1% every single day now. Sometimes it's 0.5. Sometimes I even start to wonder if it's just 0.1. Like just 1/10 of power. Like I'm just that drained, that exhausted, that hurt, that tired. Like I can't function. Ergo, again, my title, I still barely function. I'm just kind of going through the motion. Like even now, you're hearing my voice, right? Guess what I'm doing? I am masking. I'm putting on a voice so that way I don't raise alarm or concern. But at the same time, I am so tired, and it's just masking is how I get through my day. It's not healthy, but at least I'm aware it's on. So this is all about fun and passion. Don't do anything that feels like a burden. Thank you for that. And I will try not to because I have that bad habit, like always trying to treat YouTube like a job or Instagram or anything. Like even this week so far, I was supposed to put up a TFA story shoot on Instagram. Haven't done it, and it's almost the end of the week. And I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass about that. But at the same time, it's like, no, I did that for me. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna force it because what's that gonna do? Ain't gonna help at all. Um, to be fair, I've felt that feeling as well. You might have to refresh the brain because I what about the feeling like a success? Because I'm still wondering if I'm successful in a sense. Can't compete with the current state of the algorithm. It's just like I said, YouTube just sucks now. Like just the algorithms and like if they just got rid of that, if they just went back to traditional YouTube, if they made everything fair and equal and not treated like some sort of corporate office, I think it'd be a lot better. But obviously, that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to try not to worry about it. I would like to see views go up. I'd like to see subscribers because like I think I was at like 3,200 and I lost practically around 90 because like right now I'm at 3,110, which thank you very much still to those who are sticking around. But like I want to see that number go up. Like I'd love to be able to reach to 5,000 subscribers one day. I'd like to be able to reach to 100,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers and then so on and so forth. Like if I'm being real, I want a play button. Like preferably before I don't know, I'm 50 or 40. I'm already going to be 30, but I can't do it alone. So, you know, um, the rise of Lord Master Starscream. Hello, TF. I can't talk. Honestly, hasn't been fun for me since 2018. Since I have to push myself away from a fandom, it is hard these days to find a reach and value. Yeah, definitely. So we talked before TFA. The TF addict one a hobby stops being fun and feels like work. Why are we doing it? Yeah. Okay, this I want to talk about real quick. So I still have been voice acting, at least for a little bit, for some people. For example, GPL Films, I've exclusively been voice acting with because, well, he doesn't give me a lot of lines anyway. And I've want to maintain that partnership I've had with him because I won't deny it. I sort of pestered him a little bit about voicing in War of the Matrix. Um, and it led to me voicing characters that immediately died as soon as I show up, or sometimes actually getting a character that stays around for the entire season or remainder of the season or whatever. Like right now, I'm currently voicing Wild Rider for the first time ever. I've never done that voice. I never voiced a Stunticon aside from Motormaster, and I did Motormaster for my dude Wolfman Productions, and I also did him for a one-off stop motion for Coolerite, Leader of Prime Targets, back in like I want to say 2016, maybe it was 2015. I don't know. Um, I've not had many people ask me about voice acting. I did a thing recently with False Convoy for a Skybound comic edit where I got to voice Shockwave. Granted, I gave him the Devastation Shockwave voice because every time I try to sound like Corey Burton, I sound like an old man. And I can't imagine Shockwave as an old man. It just doesn't sit right with me. Um, but any other big projects I've had to step down from, unfortunately, one was one from IDW Fortress Maximus, or Fort Max Films is what he calls himself now, I think. Um, I had to back off of his project, his series back in 2024 last year because I had to take care of my dad a lot more. Uh, Same with streams. I had to stop streams and everything because I was really prioritizing taking care of him, even to the point where I had to neglect myself for a while. But I'm still open to voicing. I don't have an issue with it. The only thing I ask is if you want me to voice, please try to be flexible with your timing. For example, like if you give me the lines, don't give me like a week because then it's like I'm gonna be in panic mode because it's like I don't know how I'm gonna be for the week, and it's not like I can just do the lines immediately and just get them done. Like that doesn't always happen. A similar thing happened with Transformers Fan 5000. He wanted me to do a line for Knockout because I voice in his series, and it took me like 2 days to send like a 7 second message of a line, and I because just of how low I was and how low I still am, and it's like I kind of forced myself to do that. But like, don't give me a week at most. Give me maybe like 2.5, and if I can't get them done in that time frame, and it's like, hey, I'll be more than willing to communicate. But like, don't expect me to like just drop my hat or whatever and send the lines or right away because it's like again, energy is so low, and it's like I can't force it, but I will try. At least I will attempt, and if I can't do it, I will let everyone know. But yeah, so far it's just been GPL films that I've been voicing for like continuously. So I know it's kind of special treatment type thing. I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm sorry to those that have wanted me to voice and who I've made previous arrangements with beforehand. But with everything going on, I was only lucky enough to probably do just one project, and that one I only get asked every so often because now the episodes are coming out within a relatively decent gap of time. So it's not like back to back. It's like there's intervals, which I'm really glad for. So anyway, uh, I should have got a drink. I meant to do that. Oh well. Um, they don't shapeshift, they convert. No, I refuse to ever say that. I can't stand. Oh, I can't stand that Hasbro does that. Just say transform. That's what they're called, Transformers. Convert. Ugh, hate that. Could upload shorts or reels of you doing VA and just do it as a tiny passion project as to get your name out. I have been meaning to do like a voice acting reel. Because again, I have voiced for several people. Um, I just need to get permission to screen record the footage because I don't want to just take it. But obviously, I could do that and obviously just give credit. So I might. But like, what I really want to do when I start feeling at least somewhat better is uh, I really want to do fan dubs again. In fact, I was currently before the stream started, I was sort of working on my Armada Nemesis Prime fan dub just to kind of do it. No obligation, no like, no reason other than just to see if I can manifest that energy. I know I've been talking about that over and over again, but it's true. Like everything we do requires energy. For neurodivergent people, we're lucky if we even have some energy. Speaking for myself, not everyone, but like it you know, it kind of goes hand in hand. So also the clicking in your audio. Yeah, the clicking is we have a cuckoo clock, so you're just hearing the clock. Um, can't do anything to make anyone proud at this point. You need to do it for yourself, for your own well-being. That's difficult for me to focus on because the inner child in me is like wanting to, well, even adult me, I want to make my parents proud, and now I'll never know if I am. So I just ask myself every day, like, are they proud? Because I don't know. I want to believe they are, but Excuse me. I wouldn't recommend to delete anything anywhere, particularly on YouTube. Particularly on Instagram and YouTube, I care less about Facebook. I wouldn't be deleting anything. I would just be putting the channel to rest. If I were to go the termination route, it would be pretty much like what I did for the last 5 months, except you would never see me upload again. You might be lucky to see me on other channels, like again, JJ streams, or maybe some point down the line, I go back to the TF reviewers gang, or I join T fan page 101 and the Insane Asylum crew. Or who knows, maybe one day I join like Alfonso or Primus the Creator or Orion Pax Pops or people like them. Or someone entirely new. Who knows? Oh crap, I really need that drink. So excuse me for just a brief moment. These are the things I should have done at the beginning, not during, but whatever. Oh, natural over here on the TFA 1024 channel. Because why not? I could promote you. I would appreciate that, Drift. I'd appreciate it if anyone did. I know the perspective on shoutouts, a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't really help that much. But like realistically, you want to know how it helps me? It makes me smile. I can't tell you how many times I see someone share my post or share my name around somewhere, and it's like it's all good things, and it warms my heart. It really does. It may seem like such a small act, but that's where the biggest reward can come from. Or the biggest result, I mean, not reward, sorry. And there have been times I wanted to ask people, like, hey, can you share my stuff more often? Can you promote me more often? Like, help me out. It's like we're all in this together, aren't we? Excuse me. Yeah. It's not a TFA stream without Mountain Dew Code Red. Let's see. Say do shorts for now, if you can. Minimal effort, still content, until you're strong enough to return at full pace. I am going to make a list on what I could do for shorts. Because I have ideas. And I would love to see them either come back or to come to fruition again. But I will make a list. Quick community post / Insta advising of the current situ with just a quick going on hiatus, not a long explanation. I direct them to this live stream, so I'll listen to it afterward. Yeah, if we do go this route with YouTube, yes. Because on Instagram, I still very much want to be. I don't know. I have more fun on Instagram than YouTube. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why, but yeah, Instagram just seems better. I know you do, brother. I appreciate you too. I have no money that I want to spend right now. Wait, what was this one again? How far behind am I still? Oh God, I'm really behind. I'm so sorry. Just see if I can like speed run this because we're already an hour in. What was I? Whatever you decide is the decision to follow your heart. My heart keeps telling me what am I asking me like I don't my heart keeps telling me I want to do this. I want to work with or for Transformers. I want to work with people who also work with or for Transformers. Like it's all I want to do. It's really it. Like I want to give back to a franchise that has saved my life, that has given me a life. I've made so many friends from this franchise, this fandom. I have so many memories tied to every single figure that I got in my collection, thanks to my parents and thanks to this brand. Figures from my parents, figures from friends, from TF Adictress, from really kind-hearted folk. Now I can say figures from David. And to think it all started off with the TLK drift he got me for graduation, and now he's like actively helping me continue with my collection. It's, put W David in the chat. Seriously, show some love to my non-blood brother. That I'm so glad he's in my life, and I'm glad to know my dad at least got to know I'm with someone who really cares about me. Not saying my dad didn't care about me, obviously, but like someone who isn't family by blood is watching over me. Doctor prescribe medication is a good start. It's only an addiction if you. No. I'm not worried about addiction, but I don't want to. I have a very bad history with medication, considering I was on pills from 4 years old to 18 years old against my will. And then when I said, 18, I turned 18, I was just like, I've had enough. Just get me off this shit because I don't want it. I want to just, I want pills. I was on a total of 32 different medications of a course of 18 years. I think it's 18. I don't know math. I'm not good at math, but you get my gist. Like, and not all together either, just like constant shifts and dosage changes. And it's like, no one should be put through that. And I don't want that to happen again. But I do have a appointment next week to talk to a doctor, see what they suggest. I might look into it. I might not. Medication may work for some. It doesn't work for everyone. And it's never really worked for me for a duration of time, because every time my body just gets used to it. So if you want to create just post videos once in a while, granted they may not get a lot of attention, but for me it feels good getting whatever you made out there. I I've thought about that too, because like I could post a couple fan dubs until I start feeling like I can sit down and make stuff again. Like I would love to bring back TFA reviews. I kind of miss that, especially with like how much love and appreciation Armada has been getting from Legacy and now Age of the Primes. I really would love to do that. But I'd also, when it comes to reviews, I don't want to be like any other reviewer. I don't want to seem like the style is too similar to someone else's. But there's only so much that can be done, so I'm trying not to look into it too deeply. But that is something I wanted to do. And again, there's like little stop motion ideas I wanted to do. Some green screen tests now that I got my green screen stuff working again. So I have various ideas. I can't commit to just one. That's the problem. And again, Divided Mind. I would love to get that out, but that's a bit big at the moment, so I might have to find a workaround. Not 100% sure yet. Love to create some kind of weekly or bi-weekly live stream with you at some point. I would not be opposed to that. I really do like live streams. They're the easiest form of content for me, and honestly, they're really fun. Yeah, exactly. Larry, love you too, brother. How dare you? TLK is my favorite. I've said this several times. Or for whatever reason, the YouTube algorithm decided to push out a random video, then hey, great, just hope it's good one because this happened. Yeah, yeah, I don't like YouTube. I really don't. They're redoing the YouTube algorithm because of the AI low effort content. Yes, good. Probably take a bit for it. Let's see. I hope so. The only thing I kind of hope it doesn't affect is there's one channel in particular that I've been listening to. Basically, the channel is it is okay. So I might get some flack for this, but hear me out. It is technically AI. However, it's songs. The channel's called the Automatic Singer. They do like Transformers songs, and a lot of them are really good. The dude writes the lyrics himself. and then puts it into a music generation app. I've used the app. I actually wrote a song about tidal wave that I was gonna debut in a review or in a Instagram reel or something, and it sounded really good. Actually, it sounded exactly how I wanted it to. Because I don't know, but like it's just music. It's just songs. Um, but I hope that this whole thing doesn't affect that channel, because it's like, yeah, they use AI art, which I disagree with, but I only listen to the music, and like I said, dude actually writes the lyrics. The music is just generated. Um, like, I will not support AI art. I don't like AI art. I will never use it. Same with like AI voice filters. I've experimented with them. Obviously, never posted or anything. I just messed with them on my free time. Some are good, but it just doesn't feel right to do that. Like, if I want to do a voice, I want it to be my voice emulating the other voice that I'm trying to do. So like vocoders, synthesizers, I'll do that, but like, you will not hear AI in my videos. You will not see AI in my videos. Just I'm against that. Um, there are people out there who kind of bash on the AI image to video generators. I sort of get it, but like, I don't know, the idea of bringing a picture that you took to life is kind of cool. That's another thing I sort of experimented with. The prompt making is a little annoying, but like, again, I don't use it. I just experimented and played with it, but like, you will not see that hit the channel, because or my Instagram. Just letting everyone be aware. So yeah. Anyway, um, okay, really gotta try to rapid fire now. So source of oh, that sucks. Craze for can I get 1,000 hot dogs for surgery on a puppy, Mr. Oh God, yeah. Edit videos for another channel when they reach a button milestone, reap the benefits. You may have to elaborate more, because I'm not picking up what you're putting down. The audience coming up just doesn't have the patience for long form content unless it's more freedom like podcasts that don't require watching but at least listening. Yeah, and it's like, I'm not going to get like upset or offended like, oh, you're not, watching a stream. But like, listening to it is fine. Now, if it's a video that I put my heart and soul into and you're just using it as background noise and you're not really watching it, like, then yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I made this for me, but also like, I hope people would watch it. So, hold on. Sorry about that. David just came home. I said it before. Do you want to stay out here?
Nah, I'll go in my room. Just for a little bit.
Okay. That's why audio radio dramas work so. Yep, that's true too. Mr. Shorts and yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. I did do Ratchet for Lazy Eyebrow. Oh, speaking of, I'm kind of bummed what's going on with Lazy Eyebrow. I saw his last video. I'd hate to see that he's gonna have to basically part from that for a while. I liked him. I'm glad I got to voice for him at least. And also, yeah, the narrator for you was fun. But yeah, Lazy. Dang. Try to see if Laszlo is recruiting there. It's funny you say that, Drift, because I know Laszlo on a personal level. I've been friends with him for a long time. Um, and I've actually wanted a voice for him for a while. So, I I might see if he has some sort of like cameo role. Again, if it's a character that just shows up and dies, I'm fine with that. But I know Laszlo. I've actually voiced for him in the past. He used to do a Transformers GTA series, and I voiced a few characters for him back then. You stop streaming, then you need to drink more. Also, it is not a bladder. Okay. Transformers Fan 5000 is a great. He is a great dude. I'm so sorry for making you wait so long for one freaking line. Where's TFA? I miss you as my Optimus Prime, but hell, I've been working my animation too. Yeah, I've been wondering what's been going on with that. And dude, I'll still voice Optimus. I just need to know where to contact you because all I have you on is Facebook. Or not Facebook, Instagram. I don't know why Facebook came out first. Sorry. Fan dubs and comic dubs do good too. Oh, also, I forgot. Yeah. I did do a Rhinox and Megatron for a IDW Beast Wars comic dub from my buddy Gold. That was a while ago. I don't know if that is still going on. I might have to reach out to him about that. But yeah, that was another thing I got to do. That was fun. That was cool. Hope to do that some more. So, comic readings are super popular. I would not mind doing that either. That would be really fun. Metal threats be a motivator. I mean, you attract more flies with honey than vinegar. Sorry, I might hope you're okay. I am okay as one can be, given my situation, if you will. Give me an idea. I might try to help voice for fan dubs for people. You know, I actually wouldn't mind having you on one of my fan dubs, Thanatos. Proper headmasters, scripting and voicing would be nice. It's funny you say that because my buddy Harry Alpha works with a dude named Soma Style that is doing a Transformers Headmasters fan dub, and it is fantastic. I haven't watched all of it. I saw the first episode. I liked it. I'm a little bit halfway through the second episode. Also like it. And honestly, if they would have me, I would not mind providing my voice for them because I just want to try to add different voices to my repertoire. I think that would be really fun. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Most algorithms favor frequent postings. Yeah, that's the other. Like I said, I can't be consistent. I can't. What's the first figure I got you? Oh crap. That depends. You sent me a lot of figures, Thanatos. Beast Wars Transketo, Beast Wars Baboom, Energon Shock Blast, Energon Omega Supreme, which I'm still cannot thank you enough for him. I used to have him as a kid. And then I lost him during the move. Death Charge and Rampage, Transmetal Tarantulas, Transmetal Rat Trap. There might have been more. It's been so long. It's okay. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Don't sweat it, dude. I did say we still need that Studio Series panel. Yeah, you did say that. Glad you got that appointment. I don't want to go. I'm so tempted to cancel it. Maybe I am fat fingering this. I seem unable to use multiple digits to type, but it submits before I'm done. I don't understand how my baby sister can type so fast with both thumbs without an issue. Yeah, I don't know, man. Us grown men got sausage fingers. Tidal Wave is best boy, and he always will be. Also, the song was titled Nautical Titan. So, I might put that up at some point. I have to tweak it some, but I might post that because I wrote the lyrics and again I put it into that music generator app and the song was cool. So But yeah. Anyway, AI discussion aside, I do agree with these points though. Um, making sure I'm going through all this properly. Hate to do this, brother. I'm on dip, got a headache. Just know I'm a big supporter and behind you all the way. Thank you, Larry. How many dub groups work on the Godzilla series? Terrible. Keep me posted. I plan on streaming more too. I definitely will, or at least I'll try. What about dubbing that new Japanese short series Duck? Huh? I'm not familiar with that. I might work with a friend of mine to see if we might dub uh Transformers Wild King. Maybe, I don't know. Wild King's kind of weird, but I don't know. Fan dubbing that would be fun. Maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah. Wild King. Oh, see, I don't know the name for, yeah. Well, then there you go. That answered your question. Oh crap! I skipped Thanatos. Hang on. Do you ever consider doing a Godzilla cameo once Kumanga gets a figure? Uh, I like how would that work? Like we just do like a dub where the kaiju's speak English? Because I mean, if that's the case, yeah, hell yeah, I'll voice a giant spider. I'll be feeling better, and I've been helping Sama Style with Headmaster's fan dub SFX soundtracks. I'm not feeling better. I don't think I ever will, at least for a long time, but I'm hanging in there. Hang on a second. Yeah, I did catch up. Yay, I did it. It only took me about 20 to 30 minutes. But that's what I try to do. I try to acknowledge everyone, so. Acknowledge your meds. Go lay down, Anthony. But thank you for being here, dude. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you thinking something like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah. I'd be down to voice a giant spider. That'd be fun. Give him like a creepy Starscream like voice. But yeah. So that's essentially what's going on. That was potentially what was going to happen with the stream today. This is either going to be my termination announcement or the shifting of gears. Because hang on. Uh, yeah, the termination announcement or just the shifting of gears. And I think, look, I'll be real. I'm not going to blow up anytime soon. So I think I'm just going to try to do what I can. And what I feel like I'm going to do is I really want to do TFTC. And here's the main thing. We're at 87 episodes. I want to see TFTC go to at least 100 episodes. I want to be able to sit down and say, I made it to 100 episodes with my own podcast. Granted, with help from Cyborg Raptor and TF Adictress and all the wonderful guests that have joined me through the period of, 10, almost a decade. But I want to sit down and just make an accomplishment happen like that. I want to do TFTC, and I guarantee you, if I do TFTC every week for the next like uh hold on, math ain't math ain't, hold on, give me a minute. 12 weeks, right? No, 13 weeks. I can make it to episode 100 by literally, I think, the second week of September. No, second week of October or third week of October. So literally before my birthday. Oh God, I'll be 30 this year. Oh, kill me. Don't actually. No one take that seriously. Just ugh. I don't want to be 30. Anyway, yeah. So I think I'm gonna shift gears and definitely just do TFTC because I really want to see that happen. I would love to bring Divided Mind to you guys. That story, oh, you were not ready for that story. It's so good. And if you haven't already, go check out the poster I made for it a while back. Granted, it's kind of heavy looking, but like I put my heart into that, and I'm really proud of how well that came out. And I think a lot of people would like it too. But like that, it's supposed to be a heavy story. Not every story has a happy conclusion or is generally happy. Like, look at Thunderbolts. It's a pretty heavy story. Divided Mind was kind of like that. And the last poster I made for it, I'm so proud of my photo editing skills on that. Like, you have no idea. That was exactly what my vision was in my head, and it's like I made that happen. I could not be prouder. Um, but yeah, I want to continue. I don't, because again, there's the little kid in me with the bright eyes, the child innocence, and it's like I want to be a YouTuber. And I'm like, I do, I genuinely do. It's all I want to do is just talk about Transformers. That's it. I never get tired of it. This has been my life for 21 years. I want to share it with the world. Since unfortunately I can't really share it with the two people who are supposed to be here or should be here, but I'm not going to start that again. All I'll say is grief's a bitch and then you live. But, you know, I want to share my story with the world. I want to keep making friends. I want to keep working with people. I just want to have fun and enjoy it again. So I don't think I'm going to terminate. I don't think I'm going to delete anything. I don't think I'm going to quit YouTube, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with people. Because again, I can't follow the modern generation. You will never hear me say a lot of the slang that is said today because a lot of that oh God, I don't know where it came from, but I don't like it. But like I would love to I would like to blow up one day to like just get this massive surge of subscribers. I think that'd be really cool because again, I've seen friends of mine blow up so quickly in a period of like a few months, but nothing comes easy. So I think it's gonna be TFTC. We're gonna do TFTC for a while. Divided Mind is on pause for as long as it will be because I until I can get the house clean and actually start having room to film and everything, just like the old place, and also find all the parts I need. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Drift, get that crap out of my chat. I'm not even going to dignify that with showing it in chat. Absolutely not. No. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I can't stand that. It makes me cringe, bro. I hate that shit so bad. Thank you for the laugh, though. Oh, God. No, Alfonso, not you too. See, I'm not sharing those comments. Nope. You don't get the satisfaction. Absolutely not. Oh, I hate that. The closest things I will say is like this song is a bop. This is fire, but like anything beyond that, like okay, Based ain't bad, but like anything kind of quote unquote, well, I guess this is also slang too, but like the brain rot type stuff, absolutely not. Just no. Just no. Cannot do it. You will never. Oh God, stop. 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 Oh my God. I regret opening my mouth. Anyway. Um Wait, what was hold on. Going back for a second. Hope you're feeling oh, I already answered this one. Oh yeah, it was this one. Debating on watching it tonight because movie night equals fun fun. I mean, I'm not a DC guy, but it looks really good. I thought you were suggesting I go see it because it's like, huh, I can't because money. Excuse me. Yeah, this one I want to share. This is clearly a passion you have. It's just been a rough road hindering progress. That's forever. Doing whatever you can is the way. I'm going to try. 30 isn't horrible. To the box with you. You're 28 in a couple weeks. David's 29 on the same day, which is funny. It's crazy that you both share a birthday together. Buys for dinosaurs. I come by it naturally. Haha. 26 a couple months back, but we're all grown up together, which is nice. That's true. But still, I'm almost 30 and I feel like I have nothing to show for it. Yeah. I'm still I'm still kind of blaming myself. Like if I knew how to have been a better caregiver, maybe they'd be around here a little longer. Then again, they were pushing. Oh, my dad would have been. He was 86, and my mom was 82. Or no, she would have been 80. Wait, 78. No, hold on. She was 78. 5 year. Hold on. 79, 80, 81, 82. No, no, that doesn't sound right. Let me do some math on my calculator because I can't do math in my head. That's 2025. How old? So 2020 minus 77. I was close. I was close. Um, yeah. So she was 77 in 2020. My dad would have been 80 because they were 5 years apart. So that 81, 82. Damn it. Why can't I get math right exactly? Mm. Oh well. Um, I'll look at the message in a minute, Anthony. I mean, I just saw it right now, but I have it pulled up, but I'll read it afterwards. Um, yeah, yeah, you're still young. I know about that meme. I do know about that meme. I think it's a funny one. But like modern slang and lingo like that, I just yuck. Just yuck. Math with TFA. Yeah, yeah. No, I just yeah. I got curious. Too. It's people's time to go. See, I talking about these real quick. I don't. I don't like the phrase "it was just their time" because I feel like that, and I mean no disrespect to either one of you, by the way. Let me be very clear on that. I don't want to say it was just their time to go because it seemed like that. I feel like they could have been here a little longer. I just think they were. I maybe there is some truth to. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I wish I could have done better. I really do. I wish I didn't get so angry at them sometimes, but that was caregiver exhaustion or caregiver burnout, which apparently is a thing. No idea that existed. I just every night I pull up their pictures that I posted on Instagram and I just hug my phone and I cry. And I just keep saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not here. I'm sorry I didn't do enough. And it's just something I can't get over and I can't move forward from. Like I'm moving forward, but I can't move forward from that. I just I wish they were still here. I wish they well, my mom knew I was okay after before she passed. I told her, me and dad would be okay. And then when my dad was about to go, I told him like, "Hey, I'm moving in with David. We bought a house or we got a house together." And he told me over the phone while we were at the RV before we moved in, "We're moving in tomorrow." It's like, "Okay, good. Just don't kill yourself." And I knew he meant that and not just the, don't overwork yourself, but also because he knew I had moments like that. And I just wish we didn't get separated the way we did. I mean, he got taken away from his home to the hospital and then to a fucking nursing home, which he should have went to probably a little earlier, but I couldn't do that to him. Only when the time was needed, and unfortunately it was just around that time. But I hate that we got separated like that. And I saw him one time in that in that goddamn nursing home, and then literally just the next week or couple days after, he just gone. So, like I said, when grief has its claws in me deep, it is not letting go, and it's not something I'm going to heal from. It's just something I'm going to grow around because it's always going to be there. A part of me died when they died, and now little Mikey is crying for his mommy and daddy to come home and knowing they never will. I can't tell anyone what exactly it's like to lose a parent, and I hope to God or whatever force that be out there that you do not have to feel that kind of pain at your age. If you're in your 20s, 30s, I hope that shit is saved for you for like when you're closer towards the end. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. It's horrible. There's not enough words in the human language to describe the type of pain that I'm going through. How deeply it has affected everything. I barely eat, I barely sleep. Well, I've been sleeping more during the day, not at night. Keeps me up at night. But like it's just this is why I'm here today to say I want to fight back in some capacity. I want to put honor to their name because that's exactly what I want to do. That's the whole reason I started really incorporating my mom tribute into into the videos, and now I got one for both my parents. They are the reason this channel exists. It's not because I made a YouTube account before I turned 18 or anything like that. It's them. They gave me my first iPad mini to make this happen. They collected or helped collect all these figures for me to make this happen. I remember being a little kid watching P.A. and uh, Tommy Longview, I think is what his name was back in the day. One of like the old uh, like veteran stop motion animators, and like a bunch of other people, Optobotomus and various others. And it was just like, I want to do that. And I did my very first review on Universe 06 Acid Storm. Or 08, one of the two, I forget. And then the big shift with Google buying YouTube happened, and then that original channel got lost. Granted, I didn't do much, and then 2015 arrived, and then I got this iPad and really tried to make this happen. And of course, like anything on YouTube and the internet, drama followed me for a while, and I had to lay low because people be mean. But when I was cooking, I left nothing on the plate. I was so proud of myself. And then as the years continued, it just got harder because my parents got older. And I don't resent them. I don't hold that against them whatsoever. I should have realized like I wouldn't be able to do YouTube or anything for a while, because between trying to clean a house and take care of a parent and do all the other stuff like cook and all that fun stuff, it's not possible. But now it's still not really possible. The only difference is I don't have anyone else to take care of. It's just me. So I guess there's some silver lining. It just feels like I got the life I wanted at a cost. And what it cost me was losing them. So that's just how it feels. And it's how it's always going to feel, or at least for a good while. But I will say this: I'm proud that I kept my word. I stayed with both of them until they both passed. I didn't leave their side whatsoever. No matter how many times I got angry and said that I was just going to give up, no matter how many moments of burnout or caregiver fatigue I was dealing with, I never left their side. I stayed with them. I refused to be like the rest of their children who just decided to go off and gallivant in their lives and barely check in with them, only show up on a Sunday. No, I stuck with them. No one can take that away from me, even though some have tried. But I'm so proud of myself for that. I still wish I could have done better. That's one thing that always is going to haunt me now, is I wish I could have done better. I wish I could be better. I wish I wasn't a neurodivergent person built in a neurotypical world. I wish I could just do a task, follow through with it, finish it, be done, as opposed to all the other multiple steps to follow through for a neurodivergent person. But like, I don't know. I do wish I was the best caregiver in the world, caretaker, or whatever. Which one fits the bill better? I never understood the difference. But my point being is, I wish I could have helped him stay just a little bit longer. I may have given my dad 4 years, 4 more years, and we met incredible people. We had wonderful moments together. We went to my first TFCon the year before, 2023. We met Gary Chalk, my Optimus Prime. who recently just beat lymphoma. So yay! Took his last chemotherapy treatment a few weeks back. I'm really happy he pulled through. God, I was so worried that I'd never see him again. Because I want to meet him again. I want to see him. I want to go to another TFCon. And then, of course, Collecticon, we met Peter Cullen, and I'm so glad he was there for that. Sorry, I'm trying to fight back tears again. Just reminiscing of those moments. Man. Cyborg! My dude! What wonderful timing. Hope everyone's okay in a big hurry for Gary Chalk. Yes. Also, it's 2 R's in his name, Gary. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah. Oh, ladies man, it's you. I just realized the acronym. I put it together. Aha! Hey, how you doing? You looked into a parent loss support group. Really helped my mom when she lost my. I can't really. I feel very uncomfortable with that, just because it's like a bunch of people that I don't know. Like, yeah, we're all going through similar stuff, but like, I just being in a room full of people I don't know is like the equivalent of going to a mental hospital in a sense, because it's like it's the same kind of concept. Like, you go to a mental hospital, you get admitted, you go to your floor, and then there are a bunch of people there you don't know, and it's like uncomfortable. I just My therapist suggested that. She's like, why don't you try to look for a support group? I'm like, I can't. Yeah. But like I've also said, I've taken advantage of therapy as a whole. In fact, I think I see her next week. I was supposed to hopefully see her this week, but she, you know. Yeah, I knew it was you. I had to think for a minute, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then I looked at your picture, and it's like, oh, it's Battle Trap from Power of the Primes. I was like, wait a minute. And then it really put it together. So, hey, good to see you, dude. But anyway, yeah, that is exciting. Well, Gary comes back to VA again. I'm Man, I'm so glad he showed up to Orlando, because I remember posting in a the Transformers Till All Are One Facebook group. I was like, I really hope Gary Chalk comes to Orlando at some point. I want that to happen. And then next thing you know, TFCon Orlando got announced, and then Gary Chalk was one of the guests, and I was like, I can meet my Optimus Prime, yay! Because again, Armada, but also Unicron trilogy, like that is my Optimus Prime. That is the equivalent of someone who grew up with, Peter Cullen voicing in Prime and the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron. Because I didn't know about Gary Chalk. I only knew, or Gary Chalk, sorry. I didn't know about Peter Cullen. I only knew about Gary Chalk growing up as a kid. I had no idea who Peter Cullen was. Like none whatsoever. So then that's when I had my little Transformer time travel journey, and I went back and I watched practically everything I missed out on: G1, Beast Wars, and I was like, oh, now I know who Peter Cullen is. And then he got announced for the '07 movie, and it's like, that's really cool. So, but yeah, Gary Chalk was my Optimus Prime. He is my Optimus Prime, and I knew he would beat cancer like a champ, like a Prime. I'm so happy he did, because I don't I regret. There's one thing that I constantly regret, and it's not talking to a lot of the Transformers people I have on Facebook. I had Peter Spellos, the voice actor for RID 2001 Skybite, and I spoke to him once. And by the time I wanted to reach out to him again, I was informed that he passed away. And I regret that so bad. It's like, I wish I would have talked to him more. Because he's such a sweet guy, you know? He's just as sweet as Skybite. But I really do regret not talking to the Transformers people I have. Like I talk to Michael Dobson a lot on Instagram. Just that's just awesome because he follows me and like we're friends and it's kind of nuts. I'm friends with my Starscream's voice actor, yay! But like, no, it's I don't know, man. It's so my life is so weird when it comes to this because it's like I'm not that big of a person, but I show appreciation to the people who contributed to my favorite franchise in the world, and next thing you know, I have people actually following me from them. Like, what? Like, I remember commenting on Michael's fan art post that he made, and someone drew Armada Starscream, and I just thanked him for voicing in my childhood. And the next thing you know, the same day, later in that evening, he just decides to follow me on both his accounts on Instagram, and that's like, excuse me. And then and I wanted to save this as like a big surprise for Divided Mind. He's voicing in it. Like he agreed to do a voice line or two for me, and I'm just like, I'm getting, I'm getting Starscream, Armada Starscream, to voice in my project. That is, and he was so nice about it too. You know, like it's nuts. I'm so grateful, so happy to be in this fandom, this franchise. It's so many wonderful people. Which is why I wish I was at TFCon Toronto right now because it's Michael Dobson's first ever TFCon, and I wish I was there to see him in person. Dang it. Just like how I'm still trying to meet Gary, or not Gary, David K. I really want to meet David K. He was my Megatron. He's fucking awesome. He's so nice. And Key and Carlisle hangs out with him, and Jobby hangs out with him, and it's like I just want to talk to him. I just want to thank him for voicing Megatron for throughout my childhood. I wanted to let him know he's my Megatron. Frank Welker's amazing. Um, uh, 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 Hugo Weaving, I had to think for a minute. He's great. Um, Corey Burton from animated, Megatron's great. Mark Thompson from Cyberverse is great. The dude from Game of Thrones who voices Megatron and Earthspark is good. Jason Marnocha is really, really good as Megatron. But like David K brings a whole different type of energy to Megatron, and like I just he is my Megatron. He's this like Shakespearean general who's not afraid to get pissed off, who will kill you. And he just brings like a certain vibe to Megatron in the Unicron trilogy. Like Armada specifically, he's like a general. Energon, he doesn't care. He's batshit crazy in Energon. Cybertron, Cybertron's a whole different force to be reckoned with. But I love David K as Megatron, just like I love Gary Shock's Optimus. So I really hope one day I get to meet David K. I want to make that happen too. That would be like a core. Well, for me as a Transformers fan, it'll be a core memory. Just like how I still carry meeting Peter Cullen and Gary Shock with my dad, and that only happened a few years ago, and I'm so grateful. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off track, and we're almost at 2 hours. And to be quite frank, I'm starting to fade. So here's what's going on. To reiterate, for the umpteenth time, I'm going to make a shift. I'm not terminating, but I am putting everything that requires too much of me, given my grief and everything right now, on an indefinite pause. I'm going to continue TFTC. We might start next weekend if I can get Cyborg Raptor available, because obviously he's at TFCon Toronto right now, or rather, he will be at TFCon Toronto tomorrow. And TF Adictress is available as well. I am open to guests. I just I can't. I'd either have to let you guys know ahead of time or add you as the stream occurs. I don't know, but it's going to be very different from previous episodes. We're not going to do a professional type approach to it because, again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a dude that wants to talk about Transformers, but obviously I was still trying to find a way to make everyone get their turn to speak in some capacity. And I'm also going to set a time limit because we've had a lot of long TFTC episodes, and I honestly kind of Cyborg mainly was the one to bring it up, but like, yeah, they just kind of go on for a while, and they can get a little exhausting. Like, I think one of our longest episodes was like 6 hours, but I kind of did that because it's like, let's see how far we can go. But because StreamYard has also changed a bit too, I can only stream every like a max of like I think 22 hours or something like that. So I got to use it sparingly. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is each TFTC episode from here on out is going to be an hour to 2 hours long at most. If we go over a few minutes, that's fine. But like if it's like another half hour, absolutely not. There will be vulgarity. If this stream isn't any indication on how I speak, if anything how I say on Instagram isn't how reflects upon how I speak, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not made for kids. I'm made for everyone. As long as your kids are watching YouTube Kids or something. Don't have them be on basic YouTube. What's wrong with you? Um, sorry. Uh, but yeah, I will also try to do shorts, maybe, but for right now, significant baby steps because I'm still on the road to healing or processing, I suppose. And I think right now TFTC is going to be the absolute best option for me right now. So I really would appreciate the support. Please come check those out when they come out. I will aim for them on the weekend to make it easier for everyone. Probably around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be like 5 o'clock Pacific Time or 4 o'clock Central Time. If my time zones are correct, I don't know. If you're in a different time zone entirely, I have no idea. So I guess it's like 7 p.m. for you is like, for me, is like 7 a.m. for you if you're in like the UK or something. But, you know, like I said, and it'll either be Friday, Saturdays, or Sundays. So it'll be on the weekend. And they will be weekly. Sometimes if I can't do weekly, I will do bi-weekly. But I really want to try to get episode 100 by the third week of October. So please stay tuned for that. The next topic for that TFTC, it was going to sort of talk about how the tariffs were reflecting on everything. But also with price increases and everything going on, or at least were about to go on, my topic originally was going to be like, um, why are hobbies becoming luxuries? Because I thought that would be a really good talking point. And I mean, technically you could count it as that because anything that's not a bill or a necessity is considered a luxury, but like in the grand scheme of things, hobbies also kind of help maintain a good quality of life. They help promote or they help give, positive mental health and like keep you in a good headspace and everything. Something to enjoy. But I don't know, I'll have to come up with another topic, I guess. Because again, with everything that's going on, or rather that's not going on, I don't feel like the topic really works now. So it's gonna be something else. But anyway, I believe we'll be at episode 88 if I remember correctly, because I do think we are at episode 87. I might be wrong. I don't remember. But TFTC coming back next week if I can get Cyborg and TF Actress available. Other than that, I'm still on Instagram. If you guys want to check me out on Insta, it's same handle here on YouTube, TFA1024, the TF Addict. Excuse me. I'm also currently in the middle of preparing a Throne account, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I was informed about this, and I think this would be a cool way if you wanted to support me and, you know, by proxy, kind of help support my collection. There are some figures I just can't afford, especially on SSI, but Throne allows you to gift things, and if you wanted to, you could do that. Now, obviously, if it's a stupid expensive thing, there is a crowdfunding option for people who want to contribute to that one thing and, you know, could build together to make that happen, which would be really cool. But I'm going to still be working on it. I'm not going to leave any links or anything yet, or even announce it on Instagram yet. But if you want to, I will. I do have a Throne account. It's just still work in progress because I'm still adding gifts and also trying to find affordable gifts I can add onto it as opposed to what I already have. But if you want to know what it is, if you want to see my Throne account, it's throne.com/TFA1024. You can go check me out there. See what I got in store. I apologize in advance. And then also, yeah, I'll be doing TFA story shoots, which are basically, um, you know, posts that I do telling the story how I got the figure with a photography shoot. I don't think I'm gonna do one tonight, obviously, because I'm still fading, but I will probably do it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, sometime this weekend. And by that I mean probably Saturday, because Sunday starts the week again. So if we don't do this one this week, I will do one hopefully next week if I feel like it, if and when I feel like it, depending on how I am. But again, we shall see. But I think that is pretty much all the time that we need. I'm gonna take a drink because I still have to talk a lot. Mountain Dew is a man's best friend. I sincerely want to thank everyone who's been here and chatting and humoring me while I keep up with try to catch up with the chat. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I sincerely appreciate all the support. I once again want to thank everyone who has been by my side during this difficult time, who has given condolences, who have reassured me that I did what I could, who have told me I was a good son and a good man, and encouraged me to keep on going, despite this being one of the most difficult battles I've ever had to face in my entire life. I want to thank everyone who has supported this channel from the duration of 2015 and onward. I want to thank everyone who supported my Instagram. But most importantly, I want to thank everyone who just supported me. I can't do this without you guys. And I'm really grateful to have a wonderful group of people like you to help out. All I ask, as always, is to please just be patient with me, be gentle with me, and be understanding. Because I am not a robot. I'm not a machine. I am a man, boy, child, adult person. But I will try to keep posting. I will follow this passion. I will follow this dream. I will make my parents and myself proud, and I will achieve this goal because I really, really want to make this dream a reality. If there's anything else I wanted to do in the world, I would have been doing it by now. But this is all I want to do. And if I can do it, great. But I can't do it alone. So the next time you see a post or anything on Instagram and you want to help out, please feel free to share it. Drop a like. Engage in the comments. I'm always looking forward to talking to people. Help me figure out ideas on what to post. engage in the prompts and everything, and shoot suggestions. I'm more than willing. If you got me on streams, feel free to add me to a stream. I wouldn't be opposed. I want to meet more people. I want to hang out with you guys more. So let's make it happen, because we can only do it together. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So, once again, I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you for being your beautiful, wonderful selves. And if you feel like you want to and you have the time, let me know what you want to see in the comments. Granted, for a while, I probably won't, actively work on them if they are big projects, but let's say small scale stuff. Let me know what you want to see. What type of shorts do you want to see? What type of topics do you want talked about in TFTC? Let me know down in the comments below. And as usual, please keep it clean, leave out the mean. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And please, as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be good to one another. Wait, I screwed that up. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be good to one another. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I will talk to you all in the next one. So until we meet again, my friends, this is TFA 1024, the TF Addict, rolling out until all is fun. Bye-bye.